And welcome back inside Reynolds Coliseum, everybody, after a 75-45 win over the Davidson Wildcats. Patrick Keenis, Ashley Eli, now joined by the 6-year head coach of the Wolfpack, Wes Moore. And Wes, congratulations on a terrific second half by your squad today. What was that halftime speech like for you when it was 27-all?
Well, let me just say, I let the assistants coach the first half, and then I took over in the second. But no, we looked like a team that hadn't played a game in 9 days, I guess. But yeah, you know, hey, at halftime, and give Davidson a lot of credit, at halftime we were behind, points in the paint, points off turnovers, second chance points, fast break points, all the hustle stats, Davidson won in the first half. And so we talked quite a bit about that. But again, let's face it, we shot the ball better in the second half, and we did play with a little more urgency, though, and that was good to see. Again, Davidson's a team that's already got an ACC win, so we knew coming in they would be a challenge.
All right, in that second quarter, you had a 7 to 9 point lead. Leslie played all 10 minutes in that first quarter. Second quarter, she played 4. She wasn't in any kind of foul trouble, but it almost looked like an audition one more time for who's coming off your bench at the guard slot. We saw Crutchfield a lot. We saw Hawkins as well. But overall, it was not the best quarter we've seen from NC State. But was anything solved in that area?
No, not really. What did we score? 10 points in the second quarter. So, you know, and I hate it. We had a good crowd here today. And, again, I'm always thinking we're trying to win over fans and build our fan base. So I want us to play well. At least the second half we clicked a little bit, so hopefully not too many people left at halftime.
All right, so you're 13-0 now. We've seen NC State kind of get into some moment here or there where they need a bucket or need a stop. Not that often these first couple of months, but on occasion, they always seem to have that stealthy next gear where you get that stop, where you knock down 2, 3, 4 shots in a row. Do you sense that? And what does that say about a team that knows when they need to start making plays that your team is able to do it?
Well, I hope we're not doing that. I hope we're trying to make plays all the time. And I hope we're trying, again, first half I felt like we were a step or so late. You may remember the first quarter of the media timeout wasn't until 1 minute left. So we were up and down 9 minutes. I think that affected us some. I think we lost our gas a little bit there. But in the second quarter, again, we got to learn to fight through that a little bit. So, but I don't know. I'm proud of them. I think this is my 30th year as a head coach, and as far as I can remember, I don't know if I've ever had a team do what this team has done to start out with. So I'm proud of that. But as you said, I put 13-0 up on the board. I said, great job. And then I wrote 0-0 because it's a new season. That's the way we've always played it. We got a new year ringing in, and we start ACC play. And we're going to have to play like we did the second half, about every minute to survive in this league.
I was going to save this last question until after I ask these, but I see the Holt County band walking off the court. Can we talk about how vital they were for the NC State team and your thanks to them?
Yes, great job by the band today. Thought they filled in very nicely. I thought their rendition of the national anthem was awesome. And they did a good job with alma mater, the fight song, and all that. So I thought they did a nice job. I love our band. I miss them. I imagine most of them are down with the football team getting ready for the bowl game. Some of them may be still gone for Christmas, but we didn't miss a beat.
Absolutely. Congratulations on the perfect preseason. And as you go into ACC play, you don't want to look too far ahead, but you have a really good opportunity this season with all the teams and the way the schedule is set up. What's the message to the team knowing that this team has a great opportunity to do something special this year?
Well, we've talked about that a little bit, but it's so early. And, again, I know it's coach talk, cliche, but you got to take them one at a time. And, we got a Duke team coming in here Thursday that would love nothing better than to knock off their neighbor. And Duke obviously has had some great teams over there. So they got a lot of pride, a lot of tradition. So it'll be an awesome game. And hopefully people can get out here and come see it because I think, we've been fortunate the last 3 or 4 games to play really well. But they did beat us at their place last year. I think we won 3 out of the last 4. So we need to protect our home court. That's the important thing as you start conference play.
Yep. Well, this is your 6th tour of duty through the ACC. In your mind, is this the best equipped team that you've had going into the conference opener?
I don't know. You know, we've been fortunate. We've had some great teams, and I hate to compare. I know, you know, sure we're 13-0 right now, but I think one thing this team has done, except for the first half today, was they've shown up ready to play night in and night out, and that's what you have to do. I think the George Washington game in Cancun, and again, give them credit, but I don't know that we played our best game there either. But, you know, again, we've had my first year here. I had a great team, inherited an awesome team. And then obviously the Sweet 16 last year. The year before, we got beat at Texas on their home court to go to the Sweet 16. So we've had some great teams, some great players. I'm a little worried about our depth. And, you know, that's a scary thought, especially with Ely out for the year. We're a little shallow on the perimeter. But hopefully some of these other kids see that, take advantage of that, and play with some urgency and provide us that depth that we need.
All right, last question for you. This has been an NC State program over the last few years that has kind of sneaked up around corners on teams, maybe not chosen all that high in certain polls. Not the case this year, and now you're entering ACC play as a top 10 ranked squad. How do you need and how have your players been able to handle a growing target on the back that you're not going to be able to sneak up on teams as you may have the last couple of years?
Yeah, I mean, we don't really talk about that a whole lot. I mean, I didn't pay a whole lot of attention when they picked us 10th in the league last year, you know, and then we went to the Sweet 16, and so I said, well, maybe they thought they were voting us 10th in the country, but now they turned around and they put us about 10th in the country, now not. So, you know, you can't worry about it. I agree with you. When you got that little number in front of you, your name, then people probably get up a little bit more for you. But at the same time, you know, it's not something you can think about. You got to go out and play and play the game right, the right way, and execute and be the best team you can be. And that's our focus. You know, we don't worry. Sometimes a game like this, I don't pay attention as much to the score as I do how we're playing. And it's kind of like golf. You want to measure yourself and be the best you can be every time out.
All right, congratulations on another win. Congrats on starting 13-0. And good luck on Thursday starting Act 2 for what could be a very special campaign. Thanks.
All right,
and Happy New Year, by the way.
Thanks, Patrick. Happy New Year to everybody, and go Pack.